Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of Video Games Expedition. Alright, so this week, I was a little busy. It was the last week for the flea market by me. So I ended up hitting that place, and obviously Goodwill, because they're always open. So, there was games, there was things to look at, but it wasn't really a big week for me. I didn't get too much. So it was a week of trying. So I finally got some spy cam glasses in so that I could record better while I'm on the go and have my hands free. So this footage that's going to come up is going to be from the spy cam at the flea market and yard sales. So hopefully it comes out good and it doesn't look too bad when I'm finished working with it. Alright, so the first clip we're going to be going to is the flea market. Like I said, this was the last week for it. They're not going to be open again until spring. So it was kind of a hit or miss. Not a lot of people were there for people shopping. But there was a decent amount of the regular flea market tables. So there was a lot to look at. And there was one new person that I haven't seen there the couple times I've gone in the last month. So I was happy to see that. So yeah, let's check out the video. Alright, so we found ourselves first at the a yard sale that I ran into coming back from the movies on a Friday. So you know, I wasn't expecting to go yard sale hunting at all, but they had a big plywood sign saying yard sale. And when I say plywood, I mean 4x8 sheet of plywood at the end of the road. And I knew it was going to be this guy's yard sale. I went here at the beginning of the year, the first yard sale I went to. He tends to always have a lot of stuff, so I think he just buys from either Craigslist for free or storages or something. But he had a lot of things, and I'm like, alright, you know, I'll check you out. The first time I came here, he had tons of video games. So I was hoping that he was going to have some more. He had the same exact like setup. He likes to put things in the same spot. So, you know, I figured I'd work my way over there and check things out. So this is his electronics section coming up, these tables. He always has electronics the whole 2 times that I've been here. So, yes, that's always. A little disappointed though. He didn't have he didn't have a lot like he did the first time. So, you know, he had some things, you know, at least enough to look through and hope to find a gem. Akira, gotta love that movie. If you guys watch anime, you should check it out. It is kind of a mind trip, so definitely going in with open minds. So yeah, I'm using the spy cam right now. And I can definitely tell that I need to practice aiming the glasses in the better direction. But at least they are looking to where I'm looking, so I'm happy about that. And it allows me to pick things up and go through them. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know, bottom of the barrel this time. Last time I was here, he had probably, you know, at least 100 video games of all different genres and ranges, consoles. But I think he's just getting rid of his inventory for the winter. And yeah, that's what it is. Now, you can't not drive past the yard sale when you're driving, so even though I had a feeling this was that guy, I had to stop. And you know, it wasn't the gold mine I was hoping for. I figured, you know, hey, he must be cleaning out his games, his yard sale stuff for the winter. You know, hopefully you have a lot of things. And nah, just a bunch of power bricks. You know, now I think about it, I probably should have asked how much he wanted for the power bricks, because those go for like $10 on eBay. That could have been a nice trade towards, you know, a game that I wanted. But yeah, you know, it was nothing in general. It was just a yard sale. So yeah, with that, let's go on to the next place. So, as we leave this, we head out to the flea market. So, it was a nice 40 degrees flea market. Now, this first place, they're there every time I've been here, so they don't even care about their stuff. They just literally throw it on a table and leave it there. I don't know how they pack it up at the end of the day, or if they just leave it there and cover it with tarps for every week. But man, you think they would at least organize it better so you can see stuff. Now, I did happen to spy some Wii games over here, and if I didn't already have the games that they're there, I probably would have asked for them. They're not original covers or anything, so I didn't bother. But they did have a black Wii with 6 games, but I already have enough Wiis. But on my way around the next table, they had a bunch of cool action figures and toys from the 80s and 90s. I'm not sure if I got it on camera, but my favorite toys, well, not toys, but favorite things I remember to play with, California Raisins. He wanted 50 cents each, which it's not a bad deal. I just forgot to go back to him at the end of the day. I don't like to buy things right off the bat if they're just not something I'm really looking for, because I want to save my money for the things I want. And sometimes I forget to go back for the things I want. So this next table, I was all excited. I was like, oh, okay, just a bunch of junk. A couple game things. Nothing really major. Thinking, it's like, oh, all right, cool. This guy doesn't really sell video games. And I'm going around the table. Hopefully, soon. And I see this bin of just PS1 games in a CD pack. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I can make an offer to get this whole box for a good price. And then as I go, I'm like, oh, where's this guy? And this guy comes out of his car. And then as I look up at this guy, I realize he has a whole table of video games. A whole table. I'm like, well, there goes that deal I thought I was going to get. As you can see, yes, a whole giant table. Which is great, because there's a lot of video games. Which is bad, though, because obviously he's reselling video games. So he knows what he has. And the first thing he says to me is, oh yeah, I can look up what those are worth. I'm like, great. That's exactly what everyone wants to hear when they're looking at video games. It was cool, though. He had a lot of things to look at. Sega Master System. I don't like that version. I like the big version. I guess you'd call it the first edition. But he had a lot of games. It was cool. I was glad I could look at them, but every game was priced, which was nice. I like knowing, what he already has for prices. It saves some time. But his box NES games didn't price him because he doesn't want to put the sticker on him. But as he says, oh, I can look up the price for you. It's like, I bet you can. He was a nice guy, though. Great to talk to. But I'm looking for a deal. And I'm not going to buy anything individually like this from a reseller unless I know I'm getting at least 50% cheaper than what I could get on eBay separately. Unless it's something I really, really, really been looking for and I want to play immediately. But if it's just something like NES Golf, DuckTales, yes, they're in boxes, it's cool, but it's not something I want to go out of my way to play. So, yeah, it wasn't worth it for me. It's really, I have to get a pretty good deal, and I felt like maybe I could get a good deal from this guy if I was willing to buy a lot, but I wasn't open to spend $150 today. He did have this cool Doctor Who game, but it was from England, so you can't play it here. And he's like, yeah, I probably should put that on eBay. I'm like, yep, you probably should put that on eBay with the eBay prices. But I was glad he was here. I haven't seen him before. I'm sure he comes here often. It's just I haven't been catching him on the days I've been coming. But it was nice. Second table I looked at that had game, or it's not, third table I looked at right when I got there, had a bunch of stuff. So it was nice to be able to explore that. Just too bad it was, I can look up the price for you. I bet you can. But yeah, it wasn't a bad first window shopping experience. And then the next table down had a bunch of games with their DVDs. they wanted $5 a piece. And I already owned them all, so it wasn't even worth asking for a discount. That is one problem with the thrift store. Alright, so that was the flea market and the yard sales that I went to on Saturday. Wasn't a bad day. When I went to sleep the night before, it said it was going to be like 30 degrees, 35 in the morning. I woke up and it was 40 and sunny with no wind. So it felt really nice to walk around that flea market. So it wasn't a bad little trip. And then after that, I hit up a couple yard sales just because, you know, the weather was nice. So there was a decent amount. Surprising for mid-October, almost the end of October. And we've just hit our cold spell now. So the temperature has dropped a lot. It almost feels like it's middle of winter already. So it was good. I was happy. You'll see the things that I did get for pickups in the pickups video, but not too much from the flea market and yard sale, mostly from the thrift store. Alright, so speaking of thrift stores, I went to 2 Goodwills today. You know, they didn't really have much at all. It was kind of lame. But I did have a couple things that they had for their Dollar Day. Surprising that they were there for the Dollar Day. You have to see it in the video. So let's head out to the Goodwill and see what we can find. Alright, so the Goodwill. And so, not a big day, but look at this. 2 Atari games. And a Ghost House. Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man. So yeah, these happen to be in the case. So I'm kind of surprised. And then look at this little man hanging out. Just a PlayStation controller, I think? Has the PlayStation buttons. Yeah, just laying there. Nothing too special. Alright, and then let's get back to the games. So, right here, you know, this was not a good day for cheap games at Goodwill. They had Star Wars Battlefront. That was a nice little find. It was $1. And then when I got up to the register, there was no game in the case. So that was a great $1 find that I didn't get to keep. And then, just happened to look through, seeing the movies. A lot of times there's games in a pile, and then sometimes there's ones just hiding around. I don't have this one for my collection, so I figured, you know, might as well pick it up. Yeah, today was a very boring day hunting Goodwills for video games. Lord of the Rings. Alright, so, that was the Goodwills for me for this week. Yeah, they didn't have much at all. A couple of the places I went to, there's barely anything. But I did find a couple games that you saw. To see the games that I did pick up in the entirety, check out the pickup videos. Alright guys, so that was the video. Let me know what you think of the spy cam footage. It's the best that I got for right now until I can figure out a better way or have the money to get a better camera. Mostly because, you know, I don't want to be holding a camera. I'm the only one going, and the spy cam just seems like the easiest. The video quality is not the best, but the glasses were $10 from Walmart, so I call that a win. I can't wait to see what they look like completely after I do the editing. But let me know in the comments if you like the spy cam footage for the flea markets. I don't know how much more yard sales I'm going to be able to hit up with them this year, but I'm just glad that I've got something going with that. And moving forwards, I think I'm going to be doing more pawn shops and video game stores for the winter, just because it's so cold. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hit the bell, hit the like button, share the videos, and let me know what you think. Alright guys, have a good night, and catch you next time.